What's up, guys? Welcome to my first actual video. Today is a special video because I'm showing you guys every single piece of my drumming equipment, all my accessories, and all the other stuff that I have, just everything that I have that has to do with drums. I have it all in front of me right now, and I'm going to show all of you guys just the stuff that I have. So get ready. So starting off with my drumsticks, I have 3 pairs of drumsticks. They're not the best, but I like them a lot. They work. They're just enough for my electronic kit that I have. So here's number 1. These drumsticks are Zildjian, I believe. They have holes in them. They're pretty old. They work. This one actually has yellow and like spots on it from me trying to use scissors to get off some of the tape that me and my friend put on there to try to balance out the weight. But yeah, they still work. The tape may be coming off. I haven't decided fully to take it all off yet because you'll see on the next drumsticks that I don't want to take it off fully. These are the second, I don't want to say cleanest, but second most useful drumsticks that I have. They're just all wooden. They have a little bit of rubber on them from like tape and stuff that I used to put on them there in the middle, as you can see right there. And they're actually really useful. I use these probably the most of all 3 of my drumstick sets. And these ones, you'd think that they'd be like really slippery, but once your hands like start getting used to the grip, like they really stay onto your hands and you can grip them pretty good. And I've used to drop them, but I don't really anymore, so it's nice. Okay, and number 3, probably my nicest pair of drumsticks, debatably, but even though they have a little bit of scarage up there, probably from cymbals and stuff, from kits I've used that I don't have because I don't have any real cymbals. But what I like about these the most is I have not only stick tape on them, but I have these white pieces right here that I put on there. Right at the top is the fulcrum for the balance, and it makes total difference from the other ones, just the way that you can balance them and get good recoil, good rebound, good everything. It's just easy to play with. They're light, they're not heavy. I probably use these the second most amount, but those are the drumsticks, so yeah. Okay, the next thing is my practice pad, and as you can see, it's not the best. It is really loose on the ends here, if you can see that. And you can still see some of the glue around the edges. The bottom looks like this. It's been hit a few times, kind of tested a little bit. You can see the little holes, kind of concave parts. And so let's set it back down. I actually glued this pad onto this wood right here. You know, this is chipped away right here. It's just an old pad, but it still works. I practice on it quite a bit, practice with my paradiddles, double strokes and stuff. So, but yeah, it's pretty reliable. I like it. I'm just gonna keep using it till it wears out. So, okay, this is one of my versions of stick tape. I actually use this for the E-kit if the cymbals are like falling off, because sometimes they break in the middle because the rubber just like rubs away. It's just like falls off. So I use this to like put it on the bottom. I'll show you guys when I show you guys the kit. It'll make more sense, but I use these on my 1 pair of drumsticks to show the fulcrum on them, but that tape is good. I use that quite a bit. Okay, the next thing is big. Here is the amp, the entire amplifier. It's probably 100 pounds. It's huge. It's old, but I got it from my dad, and he's letting me use it for a little bit. Plugged into the wall behind my dresser back there, and it's got a really good speaker. It's a PV. I know that's backwards, but anyway, it has a bunch of plugs, so you can plug in 2 acoustic guitars and a keyboard, or an E-kit like I have. and it's just really reliable. It has a long cord that I put right here in the drum kit, so it connects here. It goes under my bed right there, just so it's hidden and I don't trip over it when I'm trying to walk, you know. But yeah, that's the auxiliary slash amp. It's good. All right, moving on to the last thing, the most important thing, the actual kit, including the stool, by the way. All right, so starting off with the stool, it's just a very basic stool. The brand is Grow Daily. I don't even remember where I got it. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. I have it at the lowest setting because my drum kit is so low. I don't know. I don't have anything to compare this to, so I don't know if the actual height is like correct for a real drum kit or not. So I just use it how it is. It's pretty good because I hit the snare pretty easily and I have everything like at the right angle. But yeah, it's a really reliable seat. So I like it. I use it every day. I got it a few weeks ago, but I've been using it ever since and I haven't complained about it a single time. Okay, now parts of the actual drum kit. So here is the hi-hat pedal. I have it directly under the actual hi-hat and it pushes down. I don't have anything on it right now, like tape or anything to help with anything, but yeah, this is basically how it is. Here's the plug right here that it plugs into, and then it goes back into the module there. And then next thing, the headphones. Very basic, just headphones. You plug them into the headphone port and then you put them on and you can hear the sound depending on how loud you turn up the volume. And then here is the cymbals, the hi-hat right here, the crash right there, and then the ride over there. And you may be wondering, hey, why do you have tape on your cymbals? Okay, it's embarrassing, but I will explain it. Okay. A few days ago, I discovered that the hi-hat wanted to stop playing. And I was like, oh, that's great. Yay. So I had to put tape on this part because I figured out that it would not work unless the cable was in a certain position. So it had to be pushed up slightly. So I had to put tape on it to push it up and like keep it lifted up. So basically my hi-hat looks retarded, and so does my crash because the crash had the same problem. Makeshift drummer, by the way. Okay? Bedroom drummer, small bedroom drummer. It's not a huge bedroom. I have enough room to walk around my bed, get to my desk, come over here, sit down at this drum kit, and then like go lay down in bed. There's the TV up there and everything. But yeah. The ride, I've never had an actual problem with. I don't have any tape under it. As you can see, it's just basic. It doesn't have anything wrong with it. And then the kick, of course, I gotta show you guys certain things. I used stuff to make it like more realistic. I have this right here because my foot slides and the tape kind of slows down the slide on my foot. So for example, without it, my foot like slides because the socks, you know. But this helps to not let it slide as much, so I can easily just put my foot down on it and not slide. And then this little part right here, this little piece of plastic with tape on it, of course the legendary tape that I've been using. Well, it also comes on the side. It has black tape on the side. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but then I have this little block right here under it, so it makes it look more realistic and feel more realistic. It raises up a bit because when it doesn't have that under it, for some reason it just feels like it's so angled like up when it's supposed to be angled more like that, like an actual drum kit, you know. But I don't know, it's more comfortable this way, so I did it. And I feel like I play a lot better when I have it like that. I don't know how I discovered it. I can't explain that, but that's just how it is. Okay, moving on to the actual drums. This specific one is the snare, and you can't tell the difference between all of them because they are all the same size. I wish that wasn't the case because on nicer kits, they're not, and the snare's usually the biggest one, like an actual kit, except for the floor tom, of course. But yeah, here's the rack toms up here. They're pretty nice. I like them. I positioned them how I wanted them. And then the floor tom down here, over here by the ride. The ride used to be up here by this like second rack tom, but I liked it more over here because it felt more realistic. I want it to feel like that, so when I get an actual kit, it will feel more natural to me and I won't have to like get used to it, if that makes any sense.